Hi there, you guys. Dr. David again. And this question was asked about a half a dozen times, maybe a little bit more, by a bunch of people. So it goes out to Dr. Jack and Dr. Jerry, Dr. John, Dr. Doug, and Dr. Fred, to name a few. And it was a result of the call we recently had where I was talking about the difference between monologuing and dialoguing. In fact, specifically about asking Socratic questions, asking any questions, as opposed to poking people in the chest and telling them what you know. And the question is summed up by Dr. Jack, where he said, David, do you have sample questions that Socratically challenge people's beliefs? If not, where do we get them? So let's talk about this for a minute, because I think it's so important, and I know that a lot of chiropractors can benefit from understanding. It's pretty simple, really. You know, to really get good at this, there are a couple strategies you might have to do, some homework. And I know that scares you. I don't like giving out homework. But hey, if you want to succeed and make the big bucks, right? You got to do what you got to do. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to either record some conversations that you're having with your patients. Make sure it's legal in your state, or ask your patients. Tell them it will be confidential. It's for your own internal use only. Or have one of your staff members really mirror you and take some notes, and do it not just in a moment but over a period of time, so you're not always just faking it while they're there. And I want you to really find out the essence of your conversations. What are you doing? And if you find, like I probably suspect, that you're doing a lot of monologuing, then what you want to do is back up to the monologues and where they started and say, all right, how could I have turned that monologue into a Socratic line of questions? So, for example, you're talking to an existing patient that is just getting on or off the table, and you're asking them about how they think they're, well, let me back up. See, I'm asking them about their progress. You're telling them how they're progressing. So you find yourself saying, Mary, great adjustment today. You're doing really, really well. You know, when you came in, you were this, and I adjusted that, and I think that we're doing really good, and I think we should keep you at twice a week. And if we do that, you're going to get the benefits you want, and we'll be able to reduce you down to once a week, blah, 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 monologue, monologue, monologue. Find out what that is, back it up, rewind the tape, and then ask Mary. Mary, pleasure seeing you today. Let me ask you a question. How do you think you're progressing? Revolutionary, I know. Ask her. Now remember, ask and you shall receive. So Mary's going to tell you. So be prepared that if Mary says, fantastic, awesome. Why do you think so? Well, because I'm feeling better, right? That's important to her. And I'm also sleeping better. And I've noticed that I just don't feel anxious anymore. I mean, you know, I've had so much stress, the economy, everything else going on, but I don't know. I just feel it's come. I don't know if it's anything you're doing, Doc, right? You get that? By the way, time out. When someone says that, how about this? That is fantastic, Mary. I'm so happy. I'd love to ask you a favor. I'm going to walk you up to the front desk, and Bonnie's got a little form. Can you just write what you told me a little bit, and we'll put it into our testimonial book, because I bet it can help others just like you overcome the same kind of issues you're doing. That'd be a really awesome thing. Make a referral out of it. Get a testimonial from them, and then take it a step further, advanced strategy, and ask them who else they know that's suffering or has issues kind of like they do that you might be able to help. See if they fork over a name. And if they do, follow up and see if you can help those people. So instead of saying, how you doing? Instead of telling them how they're doing, ask them how they're doing. In a report of findings, same thing. Instead of telling them what you found, explain the foundations and then ask them what they see. Ask them if things make sense. Ask questions such as, Mary, if this X-ray is this X-ray is normal, and you see this curve here, and I don't do a whole lot of X-ray, but see this curve here, and that's normal. I'm going to put yours up, and I'd like you. I know you're not a radiologist, but I'd like you to tell me what you see that makes any sense to you and jumps out at you. Okay, so you put up the X-ray. What do you see there, Mary? And just that simple question stuff. This doesn't have to be tough. Where you're monologuing, dialogue. Where you're telling, ask. And the biggest thing is just becoming conscious of it, because once you become conscious of it, you begin asking questions. Can you learn and script questions? Yes. Do I want you to do that? No. I mean, you could buy scripts. I get that. I mean, you could probably find them just about anywhere. But this stuff needs to come from your heart. And the way it's going to come from your heart is from you being conscious of it. And once you're conscious of it, you'll just start doing it on a day-to-day basis, and you will become a Socratic chiropractor, which is the best kind. Enjoy and have fun doing it.